right, Joe will certainly put you through the tester tonight as your first night in our football broadcasting booth. And you certainly picked a hot one, as right now the captains meeting at the center of the field. Our officials for tonight's ball game, the referee will be Al Zale, and umpire will be Gene Hoffman, the linesman Gene Coleman, line judge Dennis Souza, and the back judge Kyle Bartow. Warriors will receive as they won the opening toss. They will be going left to right as we view things. High atop the X2 Hartman Field press box, Danville, Montoursville. Chad Foster will get set to do the kicking for the Ironmen. Foster, an outstanding receiver
the Warriors,
like 2 years ago against Danville in a regular game. Foster booted a 52-yarder, so certainly Foster does have the range.
Number 41,
big weapon when it comes to be a very close game. Foster getting ready to do the kicking. And we're set back deep for the Warriors is Rick Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer standing at his 8-yard line. So, jam-packed crowd here at FC Hartman Field. They're standing around both end zones, and it's a low skip chip. Picked up, and now the officials rule him down as Gary Petler.
Warrior,
21-yard line. His knee did touch the ground in high school football. That is indeed ruled as being down, and the Warriors will start off at the 21-yard line.
I'm not going over.
So we'll take a look at the Danville defense, as we have already introduced the Montoursville offense. And there are four defense. It'll be John Durst, John Need, Greg Smith, Sean McDonald across the front, Brian Cotner, Howie Weaver, Josh Pottiker, Matt Sewald, the linebackers, Kurt Baylor and Ron Bernardi at corners. And at the safety, Chad Foster, and it's given straight ahead to Hagemeyer on the dive play. We'll check that. As coming off the bottom pile, it was indeed Hagemeyer.
Rick Hagemeyer on the carry.
He'll pick up a couple of yards, making it
24-yard line.
2nd and 8.
Tackled by Howie Weaver. 2nd and 7.
They have it at their own 23-yard line. We apologize once again for more of our technical difficulties as Joe Vizindi's mic temporarily went out. We'll try and rectify things as soon as possible. Back to passes. Kennedy is picked off by Pottiker. Pottiker picks it off the 32-yard line. Fine play by Josh Pottiker. He steps right in front of the intended receiver, Eric Steinbacher. And
the Ironmen take
Danville will get the first break of the game at the 30-yard line of Montoursville.
Jack, that was an excellent defensive play by number 57 as he stepped right in front of the receiver and picked it off. Gives Danville excellent field position on the 30-yard line, and this is what a veteran ball club looks for. They turn over early and see if they can take it in.
Foster now goes straight back to pass. Looks deep for Baylor in the left side of the end zone. He's knocked down, but no flag called.
It's intended for number 7, Kurt Baylor.
With Kurt Baylor down the left sideline was Andy Brelsford. And maybe the rule in there from the officials is that the ball wasn't catchable. There indeed was some contact. And also, maybe they ruled it incidental, but Baylor did go to the ground and then did Brelsford on that play.
A lot of fans looking for interference, but nothing there as Baylor tried to come back, and defensive men had excellent position there, Jack.
Split backfield, now going in motion. To the right side is Chris Hunter, and it's a give on the draw straight ahead. So the Ironmen, Matt Sewald will go all the way down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line, where it will be now 3rd and very short for the Ironmen. We'll call 3rd and 2 for Danville. It's quickly now. They set up without a huddle, so John Wiley doing a lot of things offensively that may tempt to fool the Montoursville defense. Foster gives it to D-Walt. He goes straight ahead over the 20-yard line to the 19. It looks from here to be enough for the first down. Making the tackle was the left defensive end, Mike Cannon, who pinched in on the play. And the Ironmen pick up first down. And they're going to once again go with the no huddle offense. So 3 yards for DeWalt on that carry. Takes them to the Montoursville 19-yard line. Split backfield. Now going in motion to the right side is Hunter. It's Foster giving straight ahead to D-Walt, and again, Hannon comes in on the tackle. D-Walt goes straight ahead to about the 17-yard line. A pickup of 2 for D-Walt. Also helping out was the inside linebacker on the left side, Rennie Rodarmo, 5'11", 200-pound junior.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line.
2 on the play. They will now make it 2nd and 8 for the Ironmen. D-ball, Hunter splitting backfield. Baylor lined up wide to the right side. Coombe lines up in the slot to the right side. Second and 8 Ironmen here in the early going, and they're threatening at the Montoursville 17-yard line. It's a give to D-Wall again up the middle. Goes D-Wall. He lunges the head over the 15-yard line to the Montoursville 14. Top speed him there was 6'2", 205-pound senior Frank Shamari. It will now make it third and 5 for Danville at the Montoursville 14-yard line. No huddle offense by John Wiley here, trying to catch Montoursville off guard, not allowing them to make defensive substitutions. Back to passes. Foster pump fake, keeps the ball, trying to run to the right side, but Shamari comes over, makes the stop. It'll be just a yard for Foster, bringing up 4th and 4 for the Ironmen at the Montoursville 13-yard line.
Here's the situation, Jack, too, is Chad Foster's next one kicker. Danville would definitely like to get on the board first here.
And they're setting down the tee at the 20-yard line, so indeed Chad Foster will attempt a 30-yard field goal. The ball is spotted at the 20-yard line. Ron Bernardi doing the holding. Foster trying to put the Ironmen on top here early on with 8:30 to go in the first quarter. Snap's a good one. Bernardi sets it. Kick a low one by Foster, and it's no good. So the Ironmen had a golden opportunity, but squandered it away. And it will be Montoursville taking over at the 20-yard line. First and 10, 8:23 to go in the first quarter.
From their own 20.
And the Warriors will have the ball in offense for the second time this evening. Ryan Kennedy, the quarterback, sets them down. Split backs in the Montoursville backfield. It's Brown and Hagemeyer. Brown gets the call. He goes for a couple of yards, stopped by the interior of that Danville defense, making the stop. Initially, it looked like Howie Weaver, the left inside linebacker, will give Brown 2 on the carry. It will now make it 2nd and 8 for the Warriors at their own 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line, 2nd and 8.
Danville's defense has to be aware right now, Jim, or Jack, of the pass. Kennedy, an excellent athlete all the way around, basketball, football, he's a good quarterback, and he's back to throw right now.
But he gives them the draw play to Brown, and Brown loses the ball. It's picked up by the center, Mike Dietrich. Dietrich goes around the right side to the 25-30 and knocked out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. Nice run by Mike Dietrich, and maybe he'll get a look by Jim Bergen at that fullback spot as he picked up the loose ball by Brown. There is a flag on the play. Al Zale stopping things and will sort things out. It does appear it's going to go against Montoursville, and it's a low block, top block against the Warriors. And so that will negate the fine run by Dietrich on that play.
Jack, I thought it was a pass play, but they ran the ball. Brown got stopped very well by the Ironman, but as he turned around and he was being held up, he just slipped the ball back to Dietrich, who took it around the right side, and a penalty negates a fine game by the Warriors.
Indeed, it was a pickup of 6 by Dietrich, but the 14-yard penalty will move it back to the 14-yard line of Montoursville, making it 2nd and 16 for the Warriors after all is said and done here. 7:37 to go in the scoreless first period. Play action fake, back to passes. Kennedy rolls to the left, gets a good block by Hagemeyer. Sewald tried to shut it off, can't, and now McDonald finally gets to Kennedy. Not before Kennedy picks up very good yardage around the left side, near that first down marker on the left-hand side. And we'll check and see where the ball is spotted.
Very close to the first down, Jack. You picked up 15 or 16 yards on that play.
First down.
First and 10 Warriors, I formation. Hagemeyer ahead of Brown in that I. Give to Hagemeyer straight ahead. Goes Hagemeyer, runs over one tackler, goes beyond the 35 to the 37-yard line. Good run by Hagemeyer, making the stop with Chad Foster, who came up from his safety position. Not before. Hagemeyer picks up 7 yards on the play, making it 2nd and 3 for the Warriors. It'll be Steinbacher lined up wide to the right. Tight end and the left-hand side is Brett Wilson, who's into the game. Slot is Gary Hetler. It's a give to Hagemeyer again. Good leg drive by Hagemeyer, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Just shy of the 40. Matt Dewald makes the initial hit thing coming on to help finish him off with Josh Pottiker, who made a big interception moments ago for the Ironmen. They will bring up 3rd and 1 now for the Warriors at their own 39-yard line. Warriors have it, 3rd and 1. Hagemeyer and Brown split in the backfield. It's Estel and Steinbacher lined up wide to the right. Gives to Hagemeyer. He'll have the first down and more. Hagemeyer breaks through a hole on that right side of the Warrior line. Gets up to the 44-yard line. Again, sought to make the stop. Gets some help from John Gerst. But Hagemeyer give him 5 more yards. And the Warrior senior helps pick up Montoursville first down. Now the Warriors to the I formation. Hagemeyer ahead of Brown. They fake to both. Goes Kennedy. Back to passes. Kennedy has plenty of time. Looking for a receiver. Look deep for Hagemeyer. Broken up nicely by Kurt Baylor. As he flips Hagemeyer around at the 25-yard line of the Ironmen. Good defensive play by Kurt Baylor.
Well, what happened there, too, is Kennedy running around. The Ironman flushed him out of the pocket, and he got himself some time by rolling right, and there were 2 receivers in the same area, and the ball just floated a little bit, and the Ironman made a good defensive play.
Kennedy back to pass, looks to the right side, looks for Steinbacher, has him at the 49. Steinbacher across midfield, down to the 47-yard line. Eric Steinbacher goes. It's Baylor making the stop along with some help by Brian Cotner.
Out of bounds at the Ironman 47-yard line.
Able to get in Montoursville territory for the first time
31
at the Ironman 47-yard line. We call it the 47 with 5:11 to go in this scoreless first quarter. All these teams having offensive fireworks galore back. You could possibly expect a high-scoring game, but so far the defenses have shown. But to give straight ahead to Brown, first down by Montoursville. McDonald makes the stop, but Brown, good hole on the left side. Give Mike Cannon along with Mike Dietrich and Frank Chameri some credit as Brown on the quick hitter picked up enough yards down to the 43-yard line. 4 yards for Brown. First down, Montoursville. Montoursville, after their timeout, faces the 1st and 10 in Danville territory at Ironman 43-yard line. Kennedy on the bootleg. Goes off the left side, and he will lose yardage as Kennedy trips up a little by his own power, but also helping to force the action was number 31. That's Howie Weaver. The left inside linebacker will be a loss of 1 for the Warriors, making it 2nd and 11 at the Danville 44. This now the 11th play of the Warrior drive. Coming out wide to the right. We see Gary Hetler along with Eric Steinbacher, but it's a give straight ahead to Hagemeyer. Not much doing there. Hagemeyer will pick up a couple, but the Danville defense shut it down very well. John Nee, big block defensive tackle, along with John Gerst, combined on the stop. 2 yards for Hagemeyer. Will make it 3rd and 9 now for the Warriors. At the Danville 42-yard line. Big play here for Montoursville.
Big play for Montoursville and a big play for Danville at this point. Neither team has punted in the ball game, and Danville has got to stop them here so they can have some decent field position if they take over.
Back split in the backfield, and it's a give to Brown, trying to go around the right side. Gets away from one tackler, but not much more doing. The initial play was made by Chad Correll, and then Josh Potiker came in to make the stop.
Josh Potiker of the Ironmen.
We see in there for the Ironmen, helping him was Mike Houlihan, but it was really the one that forced the action there was Chad Correll, who came into the lineup and strung it out, and it'll be a punting situation for Hagemeyer and the Warriors from the Danville 41. Hagemeyer doing the booting, and he tries to pooch the ball, not to get in the end zone. It takes a good Montoursville roll and hit the 18 inside the 10, and Baylor finally downs it at the 4-yard line. And the Ironmen backed up deep in their own territory to start the next possession with 2:38 to go in our first quarter. Still no score here at FQ Hartman Field. On the 4-yard line, Danville in the shadow of their own end zone. It's the Wald and Hunter split in the backfield. Hunter now goes in motion to the left, so the Wald's alone back. And now it's on the draw play. It goes to
Chris Coombe on the carry across the 10.
Position, makes a nice pickup on the play, very near the first down marker.
13-yard line.
We'll see where the official spot looks like it's going to be just shy, but 9 yards for Coombe on the draw play. Make it 2nd and 1. Indeed, they looked at D-Wall as the lone setback, and Coombe snuck over there from his flanker spot and got the ball in the draw play, giving Danville a 2nd and 1. Hunter motion to the right side. The Wall's alone back. Foster goes back. And it's on the same play. Coombe trying to go around the left side, and Montoursville fooled me once fine, but fooled me twice. Shame on me, and they were not fooled twice, as Coombe was stopped for very little gain. In fact, he called no gain, making it 3rd and 1 for the Ironmen. 3rd and 1 for the Ironmen. Baylor lined up wide to the right-hand side. McDonald, the tight end on the left. Back split again. Hunter in motion to the right side. chases the one linebacker over on the right side, and Danville jumps. Chris Coombs jumped from the flanker side on the right side, and now it'll be 5 yards against the Ironmen. And a very costly penalty nearly going, as the Ironmen had a very makeable 3rd and 1 situation. Now they make it 3rd and 6. And if they're stopped here, they got a punt from their own end zone.
That could be a very costly penalty. You're right, Jack, because the 3rd and 1 is deep in their own territory.
8-yard line.
Minute 8 to go here in the first quarter. The Ironmen would have loved to have gotten the first down, and now it's going to make it a little bit tougher with 6 yards to go.
Boom, this time goes out wide to the right-hand side. Potner is tight into the left side, back in an open set. 3rd and 6 for the Ironmen from their own 8. To give to Hunter, he goes off the right side. He goes over the 10 to the 12-yard line. But only stopped shy of the first down. Making the stop for Montoursville on the play. Number 47, Andre Eldred, a 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Rick Hagemeyer.
Hagemeyer also came over to help out, but nonetheless will be 4th and 2 for the Ironmen, and a punting situation with a half minute to go here in the first quarter.
Chad Foster back in punt formation, standing about 2-3 yards deep in his end zone, and this is a crucial play for the Ironmen, as they've got to get it out and keep Montoursville from getting good field position.
Foster, it's a high kick. It's somewhat short, though, but it bounces at the 39 of the Ironmen and takes a good Danville roll over the midfield stripe and down by Coom at the Montoursville 47-yard line. And our first care order of action has come to an end here at FC Hartman Field in Danville. Our score for the first 12 minutes, Danville nothing, Montoursville nothing. And we have no score here through 1 quarter of play. A lot of other games taking place throughout the region. Central Dauphin at Berwick, and Bloomsburg up at Muncie, Jim Thorpe at Southern Columbia, Milton Shamoka, Chicago North Schuylkill, and several other scores. Tune in at halftime. Dave Double gets updated on all the scores that are available to us. And on the first play of the second quarter, it's Brown getting the ball. He goes into Ironman territory down to the 47-yard line. Again, Foster comes up from his safety position to make the stop. Only 6 yards for Brown, making it 2nd and 4 now for the Warriors in Danville territory at the Ironman 47.
Obviously.
Our witty commentator, Joe Vizendi, will keep us updated on all those. Holding, oh, game. And back to pass is Kennedy. Gets away from one tackler, goes around the right side, and will get down for a first down to the 40-yard line goes Kennedy. Good job of eluding D-Wall. Finally coming in to make the tackle was Bernardi. Not before Kennedy was able to pick up 7 yards and a Warrior first down. Steinbacher along with Hetler are lined up on the left-hand side. Backs in an open set. Kennedy sets them down. 1st and 10 Warriors at the Danville 40-yard line. Brown bounces off the middle. Pack tries to go around the right side, but Matthew Wall grabs a hold of his short sleeves and throws him to the ground for a loss. Be a loss of a couple, making it 2nd and 12 for the Warriors here in the opening moments of the second period.
Back to the 42-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Brown replacing a talented runner of a year ago for this Montoursville team, Jamie Ott. Fans recall him well from the playoff game against Danville as well as against Central from a couple years ago. And to give to Brown, tries to stir around the left side, cuts it in, and Baylor stands his ground on the left side at his cornerback spot. And cuts Brown down at the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6, though, for Brown. Making it 3rd and 6 for the Warriors at the Danville 36.
I didn't get the number there, Jim, but Jack, there was a great block on the left side to spring Brown, as Montoursville showing that they're ready to play fundamental football out here right now.
Brown and Hagemeyer in the backfield, straight back to pass is Kennedy. Looks across the middle, has his man, the tight end. That's Brett Wilson. He's stopped at the 33-yard line. As right behind Wilson on the play was Howie Weaver.
33-yard line.
Inside linebacker will be a pickup of 3 on the play, making it 4th and 3 now for the Warriors at the Danville 33. 9:28 to go in our first half. No score. They have it 4th and 3 at the Danville 33. Double tight end. And it's a give to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer tries to go left side. He stops short, but second effort, but the official rules him down. Hagemeyer is ruled down back to the 31-yard line. Hagemeyer does not like the call at all. Linesman Dennis Souza, though, says Hagemeyer's forward progress was stopped. The whistle was blown, even though Hagemeyer apparently from this view was not touching the ground, and it'll be Danville's ball. Anyway, it'll be Danville's ball, 1st and 10 from the 31. Give to Hunter. Hunter goes straight ahead, not much doing there. As Hunter is wrapped up on the play by Matt Youngkin. Will give Hunter a yard on the play.
Second and 9.
2nd and 9 from the Ironman 33. Baylor wide out to the left side. Boom, wide to the right. Straight back to passes Foster. He loses the ball as he throws it, and it's almost picked off on the play.
2-3.
You squeeze a little bit too tight sometimes, Jack, and that ball just does slip out of your hands. Nobody hit his arm. It just popped out, and Danville was very lucky that wasn't intercepted.
No score here in the first half. Back to pass again is Foster. Now he looks over to the left side on a screen play. Hits Hunter with the ball. Hunter at the 35 to the 40. To the 44-yard line goes Chris Hunter on the catch pass. Enough for a first down. 11-yard pickup. Rick Hagemeyer makes the stop with some help on the play from number 21, Andy Brailsford. Did not Brailsford make that, but not before Hunter picked up the first down. 1st and 10 Ironmen from their own 44-yard line. Give to Hunter. He falls D-Walled into blockers, but cutting in there and making the fine defensive play.
Chris Hunter on the carry, no gain on the play.
24, Buddy Color, who shot up there from his
2nd and 10.
linebacker spot and made the stick defensively.
Again, the winning number for tonight's 50-50
no gain on the play.
0-3-3,
Jack, if I'm correct, the Ironmen have only picked up 1 first down. It's going to take me a while to get these statistics down, but I think I'm right on that, while Montoursville has 5.
Actually, they picked 2. 1 up early in the game on the first possession. Back to passes Foster. Slant and pattern has Baylor across the midfield stripe to the 49, and now a flag on the play. Hagemeyer makes the tackle on the play.
Hit by number 42, Rick Hagemeyer.
Late hit will be applied to that completed pass to
Personal foul
Baylor.
against the Warriors.
Tag it on. A 7-yard completion from Foster to Baylor, and now 15 yards in addition to that 7-yard completion will make it a 22-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for the Ironmen. They'll have it at the 34-yard line. Foster sets them up at the quarterback spot. It's going to be Baylor wide to the left. Hotner wide, or Coombe make that wide to the right. Hotner is at the tight end to the right, but to give it a draw play to D-Wall. Has some room to the 30, down to the 25, and D-Wall runs over. One tackler, that being Rick Hagemeyer, for Hagemeyer and Brown combined on the top of the 25-yard line, 9 yards for D-Wall, and it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Ironmen at the 25 of Montoursville. And Joe, that's quite a conversion for D-Wall. Being a split end is one that usually isn't one that punishing defenders, but D-Wall did there from his fullback spot.
So he's excellent runner, and he saw the field very well that time. He cut back to his left and picked up 9 yards. He has.
And it's a loss of the ball by Hunter as a bad handoff. Foster and Hunter did not connect. And the Ironman scoring opportunity goes awry. 6 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in this first half of action. We have no score here, Joe Vizendi, and somewhat of a surprise, I would think, when you come in and you see these teams with loads of offensive firepower returning. Both teams have threatened, but really unable to capitalize on those threats.
Well, it's opening night. Both teams are a little bit tight, and you need the big break.
And it's a gift of Jeremy Brown.
44, Jeremy Brown, the carry across the 30 out to
stopped by Chad Terrell, who number 4 Brown picked up 6 yards to the 34-yard line of Montoursville, making it 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Steinbacher lined up wide to the left-hand side. Etzel comes over in the slot to the left, backs in an open set. Hagemeyer and Brown. Let's get to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer up the right side. Goes beyond the 35 to the 38-yard line. Combining on the stop throw was Howie Weaver. Did some help from Ron Bernardi. And it'll be a pickup to the 37-yard line. Very near the first down marker. We'll call it just shy 3rd and 1 for the Warriors.
3rd and 1.
Defense got to get a lot of credit for that. As we come up to 3rd and 1 now for the Warriors. And it's a give to Hagemeyer. He's met by Correll at the line of scrimmage. Then Potiker comes over to help out. As does D-Wall, or make that Bernardi out of the play, and it looks like indeed Hagemeyer was stopped short of the first down. Chad Terrell was listed as a starter, has come in and made some fine defensive play.
The winner of tonight's
D unit of the Ironmen,
Frank Sable.
Montoursville 13-0 last year with 13 returning starters. Danville 6-6. They have 16 returning starters. Both teams really coming on a fine balance. indeed, he'll do the punting, and Hagemeyer gets a nice punt off. Goes to the 28-yard line. Baylor's going to let it roll. Rolls inside the 20, all the way down to the 17-yard line of Danville. 46-yard punt by Rick Hagemeyer. Once again, quite a bit of that on the roll, but nonetheless, a good punt by Hagemeyer. And the Ironmen have quite a bit to go with 4:16 to go in the first half, but a lot of time for the explosive attack that they have been prone to have in the past.
I'll tell you, Jack, right now, Coach John Wiley would be very satisfied possibly to push out 1 or 2 first downs and go in nothing at halftime. Obviously, anybody wants to go in ahead, but here's a situation where you do not want to make a mistake here in the closing minutes of the first half and give Montoursville a chance, and you're owned into the field.
Boom goes in motion to the right. Baylor lined up wide to the left, gives straight ahead to D-Wald, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Doing the stuff in his Rennie Rodarmel, who appears to be very, very talented inside linebacker, just a junior is Rodarmel, and he stopped D-Wald right at the line of scrimmage. Danville has it their own 19-yard line. Reminder, we'll talk to our special halftime guest, Central Columbia coach Harry Mathias here at halftime. Also, Dave Delbo will be later to get us updated on all the scores on this week number 1 of the high school football season. In motion to the right is Coombe. Back to passes. Foster, he looks deep for Baylor at the midfield. So it's incomplete. It goes. Brian Kennedy actually had a better shot than Baylor on that left side. Kennedy stayed right step for step with Baylor, and it's incomplete, making it 3rd and 8 with 3:10 to go in the first half for Danville at their own 19.
Baylor almost caught up to that ball, and if he caught up, it would have been a touchdown, I think. He'd have gone all the way.
Important play for the Ironmen here is if they don't get a first down, they'll force the punt from deep in their own territory to give to Coombe on the misdirection play, and read very well by Jeremy Brown. He stayed right at home in his right outside linebacker spot and stopped Coombe after a pickup by Coombe to about the 24-yard line. So Coombe did get 5 yards, but certainly well short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 4 yards for the Ironmen from their own 24-yard line. Now they give the appearance like they're going to play, but this is where Foster will go back into punt formation, trying to draw the Warriors offside, but they're not budging. And Foster standing his own 10, getting ready to punt. Back deep is Etzel, a low snap, but Foster a fine job of fielding it like a shortstop there. Etzel loses the ball.
How can you blow the whistle?
And the official
He never caught the
ruled
ball.
it dead before the ball was picked up by anybody. So anyhow, it looked like Montoursville might have recovered it. And it'll be the Warriors' ball at the own 49-yard line. Go proceed right ahead as it's Kennedy rolling to right under heavy pursuit as Lesho, and the pass goes incomplete.
Kennedy's pass
It's intended
broken up by
for Brett Wilson, but Baylor along that side.
2nd and 10.
A lot of credit goes to make that John Gersh, not Lesho, who applied the pressure on the play on Kennedy. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. 1:39 to go in the first half. 99 seconds left in our first half. We've had a good game, and not maybe the offensive fireworks that we might have anticipated beforehand, but a great defensive battle taking place between Montoursville and Danville. We'll see where the call goes here. It looked like number 72, Dave Hout, the right guard for the Warriors, jumped, but that drew Chad Carell offside then, and indeed it's going to be 5 yards. Warriors guilty of illegal procedure will make it 2nd and 15. Right now it's 2nd and 15, going in motion to the left side is Etzel. As to give to Rennie Rodarmel his first appearance in the backfield, and Rodarmel
31, Rennie Rodarmel carries
50-yard
back
line.
to the original line of
Pick up
scrimmage at
6
the
yards on the
49.
play. Making the stop is Weaver, also
Stop
tripping
by
up
Sean
was
McDonald,
Sean McDonald at the
3rd and
line
10.
of scrimmage. And then Weaver put the kibosh. They mark it at the 49 to just 5 yards on the play for Rodarmel. It will make it now 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. Clock at 1:15 to go in our first half. Hagemeyer not in the lineup right now, so that's sort of unusual. As it's Rodarmel and Brown split in the backfield. Hetler in the slot to the right-hand side. Rodarmel goes straight ahead, and he stops again. Chad Carell corralled him right at the 50-yard line. A gain of 1 by Rodarmel, and Carell has looked very good for this Danville defensive unit in this first half. They'll bring up 4th and 9, and the Warriors will be in a punting situation. Hagemeyer in to do the booting, and there's a flag on the play. A low line drive kicked by Hagemeyer. Bounces at the 23. Baylor short hops it at the 18. Tries it around the right side, and he won't go far at all.
They're picking the flags up right now, Jack, so I think the punt is going to stand.
It was a legal procedure against Montoursville, declined. And we'll see what the Ironmen do here with just 11 seconds to go.
I'll tell you, I'm a little surprised at that. You could have put him back 5 yards. You could have gone after the punt. Even if you hit the punter, it doesn't get him an automatic first down. Of course, what do I know?
Well, maybe he wants 2 plays instead of 1 to throw a long bomb, or maybe they might just run out the clock, which it appears they'll do. So, first half of the football season, the first game is complete here at SQ Hartman Field in Danville, and we are the same as we started. Danville nothing, Montoursville nothing. Right now, it's second half action, and Hagemeyer, short squib check, gets by Cotner, and Cotner now dives on the ball. Ironmen, though, will be the recipient of excellent field position as a result of that.
At the Ironmen 30-yard line,
30-yard line to start this second half of action. That's this Danville offense. It will be Chad Foster, the quarterback spot, Chris Hunter and Matt Sewall in the running back positions. Flankers Chris Coombe, split end Kurt Baylor. Tight end will be Sean McDonald. Across the line will be John Durst, John Lesho, John Need, Smith, and Mike McWilliams. Danville with the ball, I formation, give to Hunter, tailback in the eye, and Hunter's met at the line of scrimmage and pulled his way ahead for a couple of yards. Matt Youngkin makes the play defensively for the Warriors. Hunter will pick up 2 and make it 2nd and 8 now for the Ironmen at their own 32-yard line. Nothing fancy there for Danville as they go straight ahead. Montoursville defensively will start out with Mike Cannon, Frank Shamari, Mike Rhodes, and Matt Youngkin across the front. Linebackers Rick Hagemeyer, Rennie Rodarmo, Buddy Keller, and Jeremy Brown. At the corners, Brad Etzel and Andy Brailsford. And the safety is Eric Steinbacher. Back to pass. And looking for a quick out. And Foster's picked up at the 33, to the 30, to the 20, 10. Touchdown, Brad Etzel. And Montoursville has gone ahead just 57 seconds in the first period. Etzel going 33 yards off the Foster interception.
He never looked.
Jack Foster looked for a quick out to the right side, and the receiver was definitely covered. The defender did not fall back at all, and Foster should not have thrown that ball. He should have kept it and put it under his arm that time. And that's the mistake that really turned this game around in a hurry, because up to this point, you know, nobody has even threatened to score.
They are set, and Etzel will now try and put on point number 7 for the Warriors. Etzel's kick is true. Timeout in the field. 11:03 left in our third period. It's Montoursville 7, Danville nothing. We'll return to Hartman Field in 30 seconds. Back to pass. And looking for a quick out. And Foster's picked up at the 33, to the 30, to the 20, 10. Touchdown, Brad Etzel. And Montoursville has gone ahead just 57 seconds in the third period. Etzel going 33 yards off the Foster interception. The Warriors of Montoursville have won 22 straight regular season games and are looking to make it number 23. And Brad Etzel has put Montoursville up 7-0 on the 33-yard interception return on just the second play of the second half. Etzel then tacked on the extra point kick, and the Warriors lead it 7-0. Rick Hagemeyer will kick off again to the Ironman. We'll see if he squibs it like he did to open the second half, and he does. A short little squib kick picked up by Cotner at the 37, and Cotner returns it to the 42-yard line. Apparently the Warriors wary of the long return by the Ironmen and are willing to relinquish the good field position. Cotner did a nice job catching the ball and moving forward 5 more yards, and Danville will have a chance to even things up with great field position at their own 42. Foster gives the ball to D-Wall. D-Wall is met by Youngkin at the line of scrimmage and lunges forward for a couple of yards. We'll call it.
Shot by Matt Youngkin.
44, pick up a 2 by D-Wall.
Ball spotted at the
2nd and 8 now for the Ironmen
line, 2nd and 8.
at their own 44-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Youngkin is playing good football out there. He's sticking people, Jack.
High formation now for the Ironmen. Coombe wide to the right, Baylor to the left. It's the pitch to Hunter. He tries to go around the right side, and nothing doing there. Jeremy Brown and Matt Youngkin again combined on the stop. There'll be no gain at all for Hunter, as Hunter became the honey there. And it'll be 3rd and 8 now for Danville at their 44.
Well, there was a situation where if he could have just gotten outside, he had some running room as Coombe threw a nice block to turn in the cornerback, but he cut it back up inside, and Warriors were waiting for him.
3rd and 8. Baylor to the left, Coombe to the right. I formation for the Ironmen. McDonald, the quarterback, or the tight end on the right-hand side. Now it's Coombe going in motion to the left. It's Foster giving straight ahead. So the Wolves met the line of scrimmage, gets off one tackler, and then once again, Matt Duncan is in on the stop defensively for the Warriors. Foster back in punting formation. Him being the quarterback could make it viable for the fake, but this time no such thing, and Foster gets off a nice kick. It's to Steinbacher at the 20. Steinbacher to the right side to the 25. Steinbacher is hit and met by Hunter at the 28-yard line.
Returned by number 80.
Steinbacher was lumped to the ground. Both teams really popping here. Montoursville, though, with a 7-0 lead. On the Brad Edsel interception return for a touchdown. We have 8:35 to go in the first quarter, and the Montoursville ball will take over at their own 28-yard line. Montoursville's offense will go on the field for the first time this evening.
Second half.
The second half. Thanks, Joe. As it's a give to Jeremy Brown. Jeremy Brown weaves his way through a couple of would-be Ironman tacklers beyond the 35-yard line. Near that first down marker.
35.
Kurt Baylor and Brian Connor, along with Howie Weaver, are all in on the stop for the Ironmen. Oliver Brown's very near that first down marker, and we'll check it out as the chain crew appears like it's going to be coming in. And Brown picks up 10 yards. First down for Montoursville at their own 38-yard line. I formation now. Brown behind Hagemeyer in the eyes. The pitch to Brown. Brown goes the right side behind Hagemeyer's block. Cuts it inside to the 45. Breaks one tackler to the 50 to the 45. Down to the Danville 40 to the 35 before he's dragged down by Matt Seawald. Not before Jeremy Brown rips off 27 yards of real estate. And Montoursville threatening again.
To stop at the Ironman 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Brown gets a well-deserved rest after that run, and Rennie Rodarm will check in at the tailback spot behind Hagemeyer in that I formation. Kennedy gives it to the up-back Hagemeyer, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and tries to pull his way forward for a couple of yards. Howie Weaver makes the stop for the Ironmen. Steinbacher and Edsel lined up to the right-hand side. Tight end on the left-hand side, Brett Wilson. Kennedy sets him down. 2nd and 9, Kennedy back to pass, looks right side. Looks for Steinbacher, a little behind him, incomplete. Coming over to break up the play was Kurt Baylor to make sure that Steinbacher would not hang on to it. And that will bring up a 3rd and 9 now for the Warriors. At the 34 of Danville, 6:39 to go in the third period. 7-0 Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you, Baylor almost returned a favor. That ball was a little bit behind the receiver, and if it was a little bit more, Baylor had open sailing for about 60 yards right there, Jack.
Gary Hetler comes in for Edsel, as those two like to alternate a lot and bring in the plays. For head coach Jim Bergen, trying to up his career record here at Montoursville to 48-6. What a marvelous record. Hard-pressed for anybody in 4 years to match that. Back to passes Kennedy. Had some time, now is under heavy pursuit. McDonald chasing him. He looks on the left-hand side. His intended receiver was Andy Brailsford, but Sean McDonald covered him very closely, helped force in the incompletion. It'll bring up 4th and 9 now for Montoursville at the Danville 34-yard line. Kennedy looked very sharp in the scrimmage. Jim Ross, the Southern Columbia coach, was very impressed with the way Montoursville scrimmaged against them, especially with Kennedy's passing ability in their scrimmage last week. Hagemeyer boots a high one. It goes in the end zone 5 yards deep, and Baylor will try and catch it, and now picks it up from the ground and downs it. And it's going to be Danville's ball. They'll take over at their own 20-yard line. We have 6:25 left in our third period. The Ironmen trail it 7-0 to Montoursville.
One point here, I think Danville, this week, they're going to be doing a lot of work on the special teams, especially the punt receiving team, as their Baylor caught the ball in the end zone, and that was one you just let it go and let him bring it out to the 20.
Gives to Hunter. Hunter tries to find his way around the left side. However, Rennie Rodarm, that left inside linebacker, fine junior, 5'11", 200 pounds, makes the stop on the play. It was a pickup of nothing for the Ironmen, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for Danville, as the running game has been shut down very well, for the most part, by the Warriors this evening.
6 yards rushing in the second half for Danville.
Play action pass by Foster. He looks deep for Cotner, underthrows it. It's picked off by Brailsford, now incomplete. Good defensive play by Cotner, who was the offensive receiver on the play. ball underthrown by Foster. Good coverage by Brelsford, the right corner on the play for Montoursville. It appeared he would pick it off, but Cotner came back and helped break up the pass. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now for Danville, their own 20. Indeed, it's been a hot, humid night, enough to force power to go out here at Danville and everything else. Nice slamming pattern. He has Baylor. Baylor picks up enough for the first down. A slamming pattern by Foster to Baylor on the right-hand side. Baylor caught the 28-yard line, was able to elude Etzel, and then was tripped up by Steinbacher. Good effort, though, by Baylor as he knew where he needed to go for that first down and picked up enough for the first down. 11 yards on the pass completion. And the Ironmen pick up a much-needed first down with 5:25 to go in the 3rd period.
That's the first down of the second half for the Ironmen, and that gives Baylor 18 yards in 2 receptions tonight.
1st and 10, Ironmen split back. Back to pass again is Foster. He looks for Baylor. Baylor was held up by Etzel. No flag on the play. Pass is almost intercepted by Kennedy at safety position. Foster sets him down. 2nd and 10 for the Ironmen. They trail at 7-0. Gives straight ahead to D-Wald, and he's met again.
On the carry, pick up a yard.
This time it was big number 79 for the Warriors during the meeting, Mike Rhodes.
Stop by number 79,
that's
Mike
one
Rhodes.
that D-Wald will not want to take the next time.
3rd and 9.
That will present a 3rd and 8 now for the Ironmen. They have about their own 32-yard line. 3rd and long again for Danville. They faced that situation numerous times so far in the second half.
I was warned about those things.
You were the part of your prep for the night's game. Hunter goes in motion to the right. D-Wald, the long back. Pump fake by Foster. He looks deep under pressure by Youngkin. Foster gets rid of the ball, looks along the right sideline for Coombe. Coombe makes the grab inbounds, but short of the first down. Nice play by Foster, and Coombe hooking up on the pass pattern. It'll be a pickup of 5, but the Ironmen still 3 yards shy of the first down marker. 4:21 left in the 3rd period. Danville trailing 7-0. Still a little early to gamble, or one would think. Foster back in punt formation. D-Wald the up back. Snap back to Foster, and he'll do the booting. Gets off a high one. Calling for a fair catch is Steinbacher, and he makes the catch at the 29-yard line. And Montoursville's offense will come back to the field with 4:14 left in the 3rd period.
29-yard line,
7-0, thanks to a Brad Etzel 33-yard interception return on the 2nd play of the second half. And that's the only scoring. Both offenses have been stymied throughout this evening. Rode Armo, Hagemeyer in an open set in the backfield to give to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer met the line of scrimmage, tries to whirl ahead for some yards. Need made the initial stick, then Howie Weaver came on to help out. And then numerous other purple jerseys rained on Hagemeyer.
I counted 9 of them, Jack.
Kennedy back to pass on 2nd and 8. Under a little pressure, now gets away from that. Now he's under a lot of pressure. Heaves the ball up, has Etzel coming back for the ball. Etzel cannot hang on to it. Etzel made a fine maneuver, covering back from the ball, getting away from Brian Cotner, who was covering Etzel very closely on the play. However, Etzel looked like he might have tried to cut upfield with the ball before he actually caught the ball, lost his concentration, and also lost the ball. Will bring up 3rd and 8 for the Warriors at their own 31.
Excellent athletic ability shown by Kennedy to get away from the rush, and that's what caused that play for the Ironmen to be, successful in the beginning. The line really put a lot of pressure on Kennedy, chasing him out of the pocket as Etzel was wide open early. There was nobody within 10 yards of him, and he had to come back for that past 10 yards.
Greg Smith was ready to lay the lumber on Kennedy on that play. And this time Kennedy on the option series goes up the right side. Thinks about pitching to Brown. He loses the ball. Picked up by the Ironmen. The Ironmen have recovered Kennedy's ball, and the Ironmen may have gotten the break they were looking for. And coming up with a loose ball for Danville is number 81. That's Nathaniel Harper. Who's in the lineup. I think that's the first time we've seen him in the lineup tonight. And he comes up with a big play for Danville.
Kennedy running the option with Hagemeyer out there, and Hagemeyer didn't seem to be trailing him. He seemed to be almost leading him, ready to throw a block, and Kennedy tried to pitch the ball. Looked like it went off his hip, and the Ironmen recovered. That could be the break that the Ironmen need here in the 3rd quarter to get him going.
3:05 left. And it's a give to Hunter. Hunter goes straight ahead. He's going to pick up a yard at the most. That Montoursville rush defense is very, very tough. And that will make it now 2nd and 7 for Danville to Montoursville 25.
And those 3 yards were all Chris Hunter. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, and he kept driving and kept the legs going as a good running back does, and he picked up 3 yards when he should have had none.
2nd and 7. Baylor lined up wide to the right. Slot is Coom. It's a give to Hunter. He tries to go up the left side, and he is stuck at the line of scrimmage. Rennie Rodarm. How many times have we called his name tonight? Plays that inside linebacker position to a T. Stops Hunter at the line of scrimmage. No gain. They'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for Danville at the Montoursville 25. I formation. Hunter behind Dewald in the I. Hunter jumps a little, and the flag comes out. Hunter got out of that stance just a little too soon, and the back judge saw it, and there'll be 5 yards wheeled off against the Ironmen, making a 3rd and 7 situation even worse, as it will be 3rd and 12 now for Danville, back at the 30-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure what caused that procedure penalty, Jack, but it looked like Foster started to pull away from center and set back in, and that may have caused Hunter to move. Big break for the Warriors.
Illegal motion penalty.
Motion penalty against the Ironmen.
Decline, so actually the play stands. It appeared that the whistle really sounded before that play, but I guess not. And John Wiley wants a timeout. So, Joe, what can we expect here from the Ironmen?
I really expect the ball to go up in the air here. 4th and 3, a slant in work before to Baylor. I'll call it this time, Jack.
Baylor lined up wide to the left. It's Koeman and slot to the left. Koeman motion to the right. Backs in an open set. Foster fakes it to D-Wall. Goes back to pass. Now tries to keep it, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. And that man, Matt Youngkin, is back there to meet him. Matt Youngkin, a talented defensive end.
23-yard line.
For the Warriors, makes the stop defensively, and will be Montoursville taking over at the 22-yard line, their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
We have 1:26 left here in the 3rd quarter. Montoursville with the ball on their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, it almost looked like some kind of designated play for Foster to keep, try to fake it to D-Wall on the right-hand side and then go to the left-hand side, but Youngkin stood his ground. This time Brown, the carry, has his shirt grabbed by Chad Carell, and then several other Ironmen come in to help Carell stop Brown.
The way it looks, Jack, the 4th quarter is going to be a telling quarter. This is a tight ball game, 7-0, and conditioning is going to be a major factor in this last quarter. It is still hot down here.
And it's hot in here. As I formation, going in motion is Taylor to give on the draw play. Quick hitter down, Hagemeyer to the 35, 40, 45, up near the midfield. Straight goes Hagemeyer. Montoursville, 1st down. Josh Potiker finally makes a stop on the diminutive tailback of the Warriors. But Hagemeyer picks up big yardage for Montoursville, 26 yards to be exact. And Montoursville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line, 22 seconds left in the 3rd period. Nice hole. Give a lot of credit to the middle of that offensive line for the Warriors. Center Mike Dietrich and the guards Mike Hannon and Dave Hout. They got Hagemeyer some room to run, and Hagemeyer did just that run. This time Brown trying to sweep around the left side. Cuts it inside. Great pursuit by the Ironmen on that play. Brown was able to pick up some yards to the 48-yard line, but a flag on the play.
Howie Weaver was the stop.
And now Brown shaken up on the play. There was a penalty holding on the play. So Brown on that carry picked up 2 yards, but there's a minus 15 yards on the holding penalty. That will make it 1st and 23 now for Montoursville. They have the ball back at their own 37-yard line. As we're getting set for the 4th period action, trying to break in our new statistician and color man.
It has points on it.
I formation shown here by the Warriors. And it's a give to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer finds room off the right side, breaks some tackles, maintains his bounce miraculously. Now finally, Baylor brings them down. Hagemeyer gets all the way to the 45-yard line. Should have been brought down by all right at the 41 or 42-yard line. Outstanding second effort by the Warrior senior. And, Joe, that, too, could be a case of the fatigue maybe playing a factor in the 4th period. Maybe not as sharp tackling as we had earlier in the game on the part of the Ironmen on that play. Here, very early in the 4th period, Montoursville leading 7-0.
Jack, that Berwick score, to some people would be a surprise, but I was reading about Central Dauphin, and they lost 5 or 6 games last year. I think it was 6 games, 4 of them were to playoff teams, and they have a lot of returnees from that last year's team. They play a very tough league, and it's a good test for Berwick right now. And I'll tell you what, Berwick will probably have to play really well to win that ballgame.
Yeah. Certainly a good test, and one that looks like they could fail as it gives straight ahead on the play. The Warriors on 3rd and 10, big conservative with Jim Bergen on that call. Of course, they lead at 7-0. And picking up 3 yards on the carry is Rennie Rodarmo.
Rennie Rodarmo on the carry.
I got
down
4th
to
and
the
7 now for the Warriors.
line,
Playing with that
4th and
field
7.
position. 10:54 to go in the game, and they'll be punting from the Danville 47. The Hagemeyer doing the booting. Back deep is Kurt Baylor standing at his own 15-yard line. Hagemeyer gets off the kick, and it's going to be Baylor fielding it at his 13. Baylor jukes around to the 15, tries to find a hole, but not much doing there, and Baylor takes the shortest course between 2 points. That's straight up the middle, and he'll get to the 21-yard line. The Danville offense, diming tonight, will be back on the field to try and get a touchdown and either tie the game or grab the lead. And we're set to resume action. 10:20 to go in our ball game. Ironmen trail at 7-0. Baylor lined up again wide to the left. Dewald and Hunter split in the backfield. Hunter goes in motion to the left-hand side. And it's the quarterback sneak. Straight ahead goes Foster. Good room there. To the 30-yard line goes Foster. With the straight ahead quarterback sneak. The keeper by Foster. They found the gap in the Montoursville defense, and Foster made the most of it. Going behind that all-conference center, John Need. And it'll be 9 yards for Foster, making it 2nd one for the Ironmen. This is the play here. The Ironmen will try and gamble and go long. They only need a yard on the maybe a 3rd down play. We'll see. Foster back, rolls to his left. He'll keep the ball, and he's very near the 1st down marker. We'll have to see where they mark it forward progress. Combining on the stop were a pair of linebackers for the Warriors, Jeremy Brown and Rennie Rodarmo. And Foster's marked at the 31-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st down. Boom, this time it's wide out to the right-hand side. Baylor again wide to the left. McDonald, the tight end on the right-hand side, I formation. Give to Hunter. Hunter, the tailback, has the room up beyond the 35 to the 38-yard line. So Chris Hunter on the carry. Jeremy Brown makes the stop. 38-yard line. With some help from Mike Dietrich. However, Hunter will pick up 7 yards on the carry. And they'll make it 2nd and 3 for the Ironmen at their own 38-yard line. Picking up some good yardage on 1st down. Has been Danville in these past 2 1st down plays.
That brought the crowd to his feet right there, Jack. They haven't had much to cheer about, and they've been waiting for Hunter to break into the open, and it's the first time tonight he's done so.
On the 38, Foster again to Hunter behind Dewald, and Hunter picks up beyond the 40. Might be shy of the 1st down marker. Before Hunter was wrapped up and brought down by Rennie Rodarmo, that ever-present Montoursville middle linebacker. Give 2 yards to Hunter on the play. 3rd and 1 for the Ironmen. And what a call it would be here if they get nowhere. Would they go for it with 7:52 to go in the ball game?
Well, I tell you, it's a short one, Jack. I'm not sure. Right now, Danville has to control the ball. Even though they're on their own 40-yard line at this stage of the ball game, it may be 2-down territory.
And a flag on the play. Al Bardo comes up from his back judge position, and we'll see what the call is.
D-leg?
And going against the Ironmen.
I'm not sure. Is that? I don't have my book here.
This will be 5 yards, and possibly penalty. It'll make it 3rd and 6.
5 yards the wrong way. He came running out of the. It could be backfield.
Mount Seaside it
may have been
to that effect.
The hand went to the back of the head. Maybe an equipment.
Anyhow, it was a very costly penalty for the Ironmen. Foster on a straight-ahead sneak does not pick up enough for the 1st down. We'll pick up to the 38. He did get some yardage on the play, 3 yards, but it's going to make it 4th and 3 now for Danville at their own 38-yard line. 7:04 to go in the game. The clock running. The Ironmen down 7-0. Sean McDonald comes into the lineup. What John Wiley's going to do here. Now Foster is the punter also. They may shift back in the same formation, but they're coming out as if they're going to go for it. And now timeout. John Wiley wants timeout. And think about it a little bit more. 4th and 3 for the Ironmen. They're hearing to go for it from their own 38-yard line. I formation. Baylor wide to the left. Dewald wide to the right. Long count by Foster. Give to Hunter. Hunter goes behind Dewald. They bowl their way ahead. 1st down Ironmen. And Hunter loses the ball.
What?
Hunter loses the ball.
I think we're going to have a whistle blown on that, even though you didn't hear it.
They did roll 4-yard line. The Ironmen did recover it. John Need was there to recover it. Whether it was rule of thumb or not, it's Danville's ball. 6 yards for Hunter, a big 1st down. Great job of blocking by Dewald, leading the way. And the right side of that Danville defensive or offensive line needs Smith and McWilliams. Resume action. A big first down for the Ironmen. They keep their hopes alive. Back to passes. Foster slaying in for Baylor. Overthrows it. It's almost picked out by Kennedy at the Montoursville 42-yard line. Baylor was open on the slant pattern on the left-hand side, but Foster unable to find Baylor as he overthrows him badly, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Danville at their own 44, 6-17 to go in the ball game. Going in motion to the left-hand side is Hunter. D-Wall alone back in the backfield. Get the D-Wall and draw a play, and not fooled as Rennie Road Armo Matt Youngkin. Figures those two are there because we've called their names enough tonight. And it's no gain for D-Wall. 3rd and 10 now for Danville. 3rd and 10, Danville at their own 44. 5:37 to go in the game. The Ironmen trail at 7-0. Play action fake. Foster rolls to his left. Looks for Cotner. Cotner's not open, and he's going to be tackled by Andy Eldred. Good coverage on the play on Cotner, the intended receiver, as separate set with him was Andy Brelsford. Now allowed Eldred time to tackle Foster for a loss of a yard, making it 4th and 11 now for Danville from 43.
What's your call? Will you go for it here? You're at your own 44-yard line. Jack's kicking the wall.
I'm kicking some bugs away, actually. No, if it'd be closer, I could see it, but 4th and 11, the defense has been playing fine ball tonight, just great ball. They haven't allowed any points. So, just hope the defense can come up with a big play for you. No rush by Montoursville. They're looking for all kinds of fake punt possibilities, but Foster does indeed boot it. It's Steinbacher at it. His own 21 tries to go around the right side. McDonald wraps him up and brings him down after just a yard on the return. Montoursville will take over at their own 22-yard line. 4:35 to go in tonight's ball game. And it's Montoursville up 7-0. Interesting play call here, Joe Bizzetti. I was assuming that Montoursville was more or less content to just run some time off the clock and not be so concerned about first down when they were in a 2nd and 27 situation. But Hagemeyer now puts them in a situation where maybe a pass play could get them a first down. But I still think Jim Bergen, the Montoursville coach, will go with the run here.
I think Hagemeyer and Brown both have a chance of breaking, and I think they will go with the run.
It's Edsel going in motion to the right side, and it's a give on to Hagemeyer, and he's going nowhere. The Danville defense did its job.
Well, it's spotted at the 16-yard line.
2 for Hagemeyer on the carry, making it 4th and 17. And now it's up to the offense, which has been shut down completely by this Montoursville defense tonight. Somehow find its way in the last 2:30 of this ball game. Montoursville leading 7-0.
Hagemeyer standing on his 3-yard line, and Danville it'd be good to put a little rush on him right here. He's been able to get that punt off too easy.
And McDonald puts on a token rush, but Hagemeyer gets off the punt. Baylor at his own 50. Baylor goes upfield to the 43-yard line. And Danville, with 2:12 to go in the ball game, is certainly in great shape to put on what could be a game-winning drive. Third Baylor certainly is dangerous in this situation as the receiver goes wide to the right. Backs in an open set in the backfield. Now going in motion to the right side is Hunter. Foster gives it to Coombe on the inside, handoff, and he's going to lose yards. Mike Dietrich was not fooled at all by that play. And Coombe is brought down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2 yards back to the 43, the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 now for the Ironmen. The clock down to 1:12. Clock down to 30 seconds. The Ironmen trying to hurry it up. This could be their last chance. They're down 7-0. Ball at the Montoursville 39-yard line. 4th and 6. Baylor out wide to the left. Hunter goes in motion to the left. Coombe in the slot to the left. And now Foster rolls to the left. Under heavy pressure, Road Armo in pursuit. And Road Armo helps knock the ball away. And Foster to the ground. And it appears the Warriors of Montoursville will knock off Danville tonight. And what has been a tremendous defensive struggle, they'll take over on downs at their own 39-yard line. 13 seconds left. Montoursville leading 7-0. 13 seconds left. They have the ball at their own 39-yard line. Brian Kennedy takes the snap from center, goes back 3 yards. A 3-yard loss for Kennedy, but it won't hurt him at all as the clock will wind down. And the Warriors of Montoursville will have won their 23rd straight regular season game. It certainly wasn't an easy one as they knocked off Danville 0. And as good a defensive struggle as you'll want to see.
The program you've just seen was a presentation of CCN, your community cable network. Be sure to check our schedule of upcoming televised local events right here on our community bulletin board on CATV's Channel 8. From all of us at CCN, Thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it, and will tune us in next time right here on Channel 8.